a runner-up spot.
Yeah.
How long does it generally take you to get over something like that, or you're like, well, there was nothing more I could give?
Yeah, I think that you dissect everything. You look at all the little things that happen to not win the race, and you try to learn from those things quickly. I think when you're so close to a win like that, you study, at least I do, I'm more passionate to study what happened, right after the fact and kind of learn from it. And I think it probably took me till Monday night, and then by Monday night I was thinking about Bristol, and I had a pretty busy week with going to the Masters on Thursday, so I was able to get past it pretty quickly and go about my normal routine, I think.
What was your Masters experience like? Did you have pimento cheese sandwiches?
I did have a pimento cheese sandwich. It was really cool. I was able to be on ESPN with Laura Rutledge, and doing that interview was definitely a bit of a bucket list item for me to be on ESPN at the Masters. So that was pretty neat. There's certain things in your career you get to do that you feel like are opportunities that you feel like you've done something or accomplished something, and that was neat to share that moment and have that moment with my dad and kind of talk to him about it. So did some cool things down there. A few interviews, I was really just there for the day, so it was nice to see some golf and got plenty of my steps in for sure.
Have you played Augusta?
I haven't, no. Hopefully at some point, it'd be nice to get out there. It's tough to get out there. You got to know somebody.
What you said about maybe you guys haven't felt like you've won the races that you could have, but you guys have been leading the points. I think you're leading also in stage points. So is it a balance right now of, we know we're doing some things right, but the wins are just so valuable because of the playoff points? Yeah,
they're valuable, but at the same time, winning that regular season is 3 race wins. So, if you consistently, you'd like to have both. You'd like to win a bunch of races and lead the points and be all happy, but you got to do take care of your part of leading laps, running up front, getting stage points, finishing in the top 5, and then hopefully the wins come. They usually do. If you consistently do those things. So, we've just been kind of one notch from a win a lot of times. I look at, honestly, I guess there's 3 races, COTA, Vegas, and last weekend that we were really close to winning, but just not quite. So need to keep working, and if we just keep doing what we're doing, it's gonna be good.
You don't get frustrated too easily, when you lead a race that many laps, you can get out and forget all that you accomplished. But you accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you take that away and what you learn from it?
I don't get frustrated in the moment too easily, but I definitely think about it. I definitely think about what I could have done, what our team could have done, and all those things. So I'm a reflective person. I feel like I really reflect and try to learn, and if you're not doing that reflection, then you're not going to get better. So for me, I look at everything, and it takes me a while to kind of take it all in and dissect it, and then move on.
What is the toughest part for you personally about this racetrack?
Oh man, this has been a tough track for me. Yeah. It's not like statistically my best, but it's hit or miss. It's not my worst. So I think we just need to get a feel that I can race with, and we have some good teammates here. Chase, really all 3 of them. Chase and Kyle run really well here. Alex runs well here. So we just have to hopefully rely on the teammates this weekend, and have one of those solid weekends where we can kind of build, and who knows, at the end maybe we're up there for a win.
Good luck.
Speaking of teammates, you guys have really been well at Hendrick right now. All 4 of you in the top 5 until last week. What has it been like this year so far with your teammates?
It's been good. I mean, kind of business as usual, really. I think we all get along great, and I think that all of our teams kind of know what to do. So it's really pretty normal stuff.
Does it help to have an off week before going to Talladega just to kind of get your head right?
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, my crew chief has kind of told me, hey, look, for Talladega, there's not a lot of prep we need to do. So take the time you need to, do the things you want to do. So really, I think I've got a couple weeks to kind of do what I want to do. I think I'm going to stay in the mountains the beginning of next week, and then I have a wedding for one of my friends from high school in Charleston, so I'm excited to go to that and then go from there.
program a couple weeks ago, we talked about the atmosphere in Martinsville. When you come to Bristol and you see the crowd up on top of you, you see the short track that this place has. How cool of a venue is this? Just compared to else to go to.
Sure, it's different for a driver. Like for me, it's all about running well, but for a fan, this I think is one of the top. So, you know, a lot of times you have people reference this place as like a place that they would like to go, you know, see a race. So yeah, it's a pretty unique place, and I watched the Xfinity race here in the fall in the stands, and it was really cool to watch. Yeah.
How important is that just for the sport to have a place where you can go up in the stand, you can get that full view of the race, especially at a track?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, I think you can see everywhere. So yeah, it's cool in that aspect. Yeah.
You've experienced, you know, obviously you've experienced and won NASCAR's biggest event twice now, but, you know, going back to the Masters, just what is it like to experience the biggest event in a different sport, you know, and what do you take away from that?
Oh, I mean, just the Masters, just, I mean, it's so pristine there. They do such a good job making it just, you know, it's such an event, and they put so much effort into it. So, very different than a race, obviously, but for golf tournaments, it's the biggest thing. And, you know, just I feel like I was talking to Rod, who I was with, I was like, you see the same golfers in a different setting, it doesn't feel as special, but then you see them at Augusta with the clothes they wear, how they put so much effort into it, it feels different.
You talked a little bit about your frustrations and hit or miss being, you know, in your performances here. One of those is, you know, not leading a lap here. Is little numbers like that, you know, do you look at them and do those frustrate you, given that you've been running for a while now?
Here, I don't know. I mean, it's just a stat you see during the week, and you're just like, all right, let's try to knock that one off. Haven't led a lap, so let's try to do that.
Do you approach this weekend any differently with just how we know last spring played out versus the fall? And like, are you a little bit more conservative with the tires, anything, or do you just go out there and try to hope that it plays out?
Yeah, I mean, you're just hammered down here in practice, and you see what happens with the track. If the tires really start to fall off and they just lose rubber, we'll know pretty quickly. And then, you just adjust from there for the race. I mean, you can't really, you can't do anything about it now. You know, your setup's baked, so you just have to do stuff with tire pressures if that was the case. But I don't know. That was kind of a weird deal. So it could happen again, but we'll see.
Thank you. William.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code Frontstretch to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay rewarded.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.